I can't talk for long. Do not let me talk for long. I've got to go. I've left everything way, way, way too late. And you probably missed all of that because the whole live thing doesn't start for a while anyways, does it? Anyways, it's done. I did my yoga. It was so freaking frustrating having like a 20-year-old yoga teacher telling me about how to live your life based on a Miley Cyrus song that I was like, what? Come on. You know, it's very important to be multiverse and something about I can't remember what she said. Something about, I mean, look, it was all, valid sentiments, but she's freaking 20 something and I'm listening to Miley Cyrus and trying to bend myself into a pretzel. And I was like, oh, for God's sake. And I'm falling over. And then I got behind and forget it. So I was like, screw this, finish that. So I did a 7-minute workout as well, which is a big freaking mistake because now I got to somehow go figure out how to do a wardrobe if I can actually move myself. Oh, God. If I can actually get myself into a pair of pants or shirt or anything. We'll see. Good morning. See? Straight into the complaining. Good morning, Amanda, Stefan, Easy Spark, Shari. Who else we got here? Oh, my God. Lexi K, Xenos, Kenny Ken, Harvester Commander, Kim Rodden, Trevor, Lindsay, Candice. Good morning. So a few people. Yeah. Had a really interesting little back and forth with Padre this morning. So the digital Jesuit. And there was a lovely guy who got in touch about a friend of his who had cancer, and was really struggling with all of the ups and downs that go along with that. It's not just a physical thing. There's a lot of mental stuff that comes into play. Anyway, so and just sort of said, look, would you mind getting in touch and saying hi and stuff? And I never mind doing stuff like that, obviously. So I had the opportunity to go back and forth with this with Johan a couple of times. Jonathan, not Johan. Jonathan, a couple of times, and sadly that battle is over. And Jonathan is no longer with us, but his wife is, and his wife was trying to figure out what to do with his ashes, and was sort of thinking about it. Was there some kind of a Stargate themed thing they could do? Because he was a big Stargate fan, and I suggested maybe what about a ZPM? I thought the thing that people don't realize is that your ashes are huge. I mean, they're big, they're heavy, they take up a lot of space, and mine even more probably. And so I wondered about maybe there was a way of like putting a vial in the center of a ZPM. Because if you're not a Stargate nerd, it's still a kind of a beautiful sort of almost, crystalline structure that you could construct. You can also light it up, and so while it is nerdy, to be fair, very nerdy, and perhaps odd for some people to think of that concept, I just thought it would be key. And look, it turns out that's sort of what I think what we're going to try to do. I say we. I don't know how much I'm going to be involved in it, but I just said I would help sort of facilitate if I can. And anyways, I reached out to Padre, the digital Jesuit, and right away he gets back with sort of like condolences and of course he's worked on some ZPM stuff before. ZPM, for those of you who don't know, that's like the energy source that I was hunting in Stargate for many years. At every turn, I would do terrible things to get. I would threaten the lives of children to get ZPMs. And now you can 3D print them, so that would solve a lot of problems. But I just thought it would be just kind of a fun way of doing it. But of course, whether I will have the time, the resources, or the ability to do that, I don't know. Well, I'll see what Padre suggests, and I may see what other 3D printing nerds can help out with this as well, as I have a feeling it will probably be, it's one of those things you sort of want to get right. So anyways, but, just the idea that he got back to me right away, that I just know he'll be, he's excited about this stuff too. I mean, not obviously at the loss, but the idea that this could spawn something that can sort of rally people together, and I too like that as well. And I think you don't have to be a Christian for that. And I also feel like because he is Christian, and I am very much not. As I said, I'm a godless heathen. We could still meet on the fact that we all love people, we all lose people, and we all geek out about something. And I just think that's kind of a neat connection that we forget sometimes. I think it's very easy for us to focus on the things that push us apart, as opposed to the things that can pull us together. And I think technology, Perseverance is about to land on Mars. How many people around the planet are we watching that? It's going to be so fantastically cool. And I was very, very fortunate to visit JPL, the Jet Propulsion Lab, while they were building it. So I'm even more excited to see it happen. I will probably be in a car on the way to a wardrobe fitting, but 'tis the way it is, I guess. I'll probably have to watch it a little bit after. I'll miss bits of it. I'm not sure how much the wardrobe department is going to be excited about me sort of holding a phone while I'm trying to try on clothes and stuff. So there's that. But I do have to go, so I cannot speak for long. I figured I'd give you like 10 minutes, 10 to 12 minutes. You'll be watching the landing. I can't wait. So I'm going to watch it on the phone. Yeah, basically. And I don't even know how they stopped streaming. I don't know why they stopped either. It's very true. Hey, James Gertie's here. Hey, James. So, David, I hear Kate's making you an uncle. Yep. I'm not sure that that's what her plan was. I think she's just having a child, and I happen to be related to her. So I'm not sure that I don't think I've got any responsibility of that. Do I? Really? The ZPM jelly trifle mold. That's freaking brilliant. Be a terrible urn, though. I'll just say that. It would be great to have it light up with LED lights, but this is it. This is the idea. I just thought it'd be kind of cool to do that. And the idea that a ZPM 0-point modular artificial quantum singularity, aka black hole, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it's as with all quantum stuff, I think my excuse is like, well, if you understand it, then you don't know what you're talking about. But it's. Yeah, that's basically the idea. Is the sort of the infinite energy in this single point of what would it be called? I don't even know what the term would be. Really cool looking props. How's that? So what is the pendant hanging around my neck? Pendant. Oh right, wedding ring. Because I'm often playing people who aren't married. So I like to not have that little line, and also with COVID, I'm washing my hands all the time, and I was finding that the ring was really getting in the way. So wedding ring, and then my wife, when we first met, she made these little things out of like silver. I guess you create them in a larger piece of silver, and they shrink down. And so that is tragedy, which is what I have for it all the time because I prefer tragedy. And then that is her version of comedy. Is like a wink and a smile and a little blue eyes. So that she made that for me. I thought that was kind of cute. And I've had it for 20 something years now. So is it 20 years? No, less than that. It feels like a lifetime. Anyways, in a good way. In a good way. We'll be very clear. In a very, very good way. Feels like a lifetime. My dad does the same since he lost his. Wait a sec, he lost his ring? He lost his wedding ring. Boy, that's what I live in fear of that. I woke up one night going like, oh my God. And it's like on my neck, but I missed it the whole time while I was lying in bed. It's one of those ones where you're not really awake enough, you're partially dreaming, and so I just woke up, oh my God, I gotta go find my. Jane's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm looking for my. Oh, never mind. Go back to sleep, honey. Lost it when we were crab fishing for my birthday. Oy. Well, at least he was being a good dad at the time. He's got that excuse. I wore my wedding ring to go to the gas. What? What is that? To go to the gas chamber. What? I don't know what Mike Brown said about it. It got pulled off in a pile of gloves. Oh God! So it's in a pile of gloves somewhere. Good afternoon, Soma. My father's ring went through the wood chipper. He had it reformed. Very good. Through the wood chipper. Well, at least it was just the ring. That's all I can say. Guys should buy about 4 or 5 wedding rings at the start. It's so true. My father lost her wedding ring. She's got it. My daughter lost her wedding ring. Oh, that's it. It's, always take off rings during fishing trips. Well, that's why I have them around my neck. Is this way, because I like having it close. I feel like that's important somehow. I don't know why. Because it's unscientific in every way. But so I like having it close. it makes a little jingle so people know that I'm coming, and then I can take it off, and sometimes I can even wear it when I'm filming. I usually don't because they have microphones. I usually put mics around here, like on a jacket or something, and so it could be a bit of a problem. So I do that. My wife lost our rings. Boy, no resentment there, Crash Override. That's why you have cheap rings or a good insurance policy. I don't know how expensive these rings were. Now I think about it, I don't really remember. I mean, we went with the white gold, I think was the idea, which might have been a little bit more. This is something kind of nice about gold, isn't it? It's the stuff of stars. Let's go back to Perseverance. So Perseverance, and it's a bit like, it is a bit Frodo Baggins, exactly. I mean, I don't have a chain for it. I have just a little leather thing that I like. That's how I do it. Perseverance is landing. Don't miss it. Isn't it? But we got a bit of time, don't we? I thought it was. Isn't it 11 a.m. Pacific time? Isn't that like 4 hours away? Good morning, Rebel Time Lady, my fellow Doctor Who fan. Perseverance is the new leadership. Very good. So I want an everyday ring that isn't $8,000. You have an $8,000 ring? Ooh. It sounds like everyone loses their wedding rings once in their life. No, they do not, Lexi K. Don't even say that. Can't do it. 3 p.m. That's what I thought. Okay, so I got a bit of time. Unfortunately, 3 p.m. is literally right smack in the middle of my fitting. I have to speed them along. I have to speed them up. Oh my God, I'm 11 minutes in. I gotta go. Okay, everybody, look, thank you so much. I'm sorry I can't talk for long. Maybe I'll try to pop in later or something like that. I always say that. I never do. It's like, I gotta stop saying it. It's just so lame. But I will certainly be exercising tomorrow because it seems to be becoming a miserable, horrible habit that I do all the time. God, it was awful today. I just hated the yoga today. It was just like, it was frustrating. It was too advanced for me, so I kept screwing it up. And then, like I said, normally I absolutely love this woman who teaches yoga, but today for some reason I was in a bad mood. I guess I hadn't had my breakfast, and and she's talking about being in we're many things together at the same time, just like Miley Cyrus says. And there's Miley Cyrus playing in the background. I'm like, you're 20 years old. Stop telling me about life and tell me how to get out of this incredibly painful yoga position. So I feel like I missed a lot of the true value of it. So I flung myself into an extra 7-minute workout. So I did my actual 7-minute workout as well. So that will, I'm sure, come to bear terrible pain very shortly. So now I got to go walk Jane to the subway. Why is she taking the subway? We're in the middle of a pandemic. Didn't you know that? I'm going to walk her to the subway with the dog. So the dog gets a little bit of a walk, and then I will come back and I will be ready for my wardrobe fitting, which I'm very excited about. We're going more sleek, more Alan Rickman. Rickman? How do you say that? Rickman. I would say Rickman, I think. Anyways, all right, I'm out of here. Be safe, be kind, be brilliant, and what else could I have to tell you? Yeah, go watch Perseverance land, because that's important. And it's, like I say, that's what brings us together, man, is all this fun geek stuff. You know what I'm saying? We all geek out about something. It may be space, it may be science, it may be acting, it may be films, it may be Stargate, who knows what it is. But, find those things that other people geek out about and bond over that. And go check out thetechbandits.com. I put up some stuff about Magic the Gathering, because have I put that up yet? Maybe not. But we had a wonderful impromptu Game Bandits last night with Liam Kane, who is a Canadian Magic the Gathering playing guy, now a university student, but was invited to the Masters because of his winning on these Friday night fight things for Magic the Gathering, and he's got us all very excited about Magic the Gathering, and just a great chat, just a great guy to talk to. And if he hadn't told me he was focusing on his math at university, then I would be bugging him more to do some streaming, because I think he's fantastic. And my son said exactly the same thing. My son was even interested. Get that. Wow. All right, I'm out of here. Bye. Be safe, be kind, be brilliant. Until we geek again, I say cheerio and huzzah. Thank you all. Bye. Sorry it's so short, but I gotta go.